Hello and welcome to Nick Talks Solo. Why are the doctors constantly either on strike or threatening to go on strike? Now, I don't want to talk about if they deserve a pay rise or not. I don't know. So let's not get into that. I want to talk about something else. Are doctors now more prone to go on strike because of who they are? 36% of all doctors in the NHS are foreigners, which means they're mercenaries, medical mercenaries who come to this country to work for money. That's all they're here for, money. If you're here just for money, aren't you more likely to want more money and to go on strike to get more money? Could this be behind why doctors are constantly threatening strike action now? More money, because over a third of them are medical mercenaries. And then let's look at the people who've moved here over the last 20, 30 years and not worked for the NHS, not doctors, but they have children. Those children now are working in the NHS. Some of them now are doctors. Are they medical mercenaries? Well, their parents came here for a better life and for more money. When people say better life, what they mean is more money. So we have their children now who may have been indoctrinated about you get what you can out of this country. So that's why we have doctors threatening strike and going on strike. They're mercenaries. That's all they care about. They don't care about patients. They don't care about the country. They don't care about the state of the NHS. It's all about them and all about them wanting more money. Could this be the crux of why the NHS is failing? I would imagine 50 years ago, people worked for the NHS and took pride in it. I'm like an angel. I'm a public servant. I'm doing this for my country, for my people, for my family, for my neighbourhood, my community. I'm putting back by working for the NHS and getting paid, and it's a job. I get that, but took pride in that. It seems now the NHS now is full of mercenaries. Give me more, give me more, give me more. And we can't even run the NHS to a decent standards. So how these doctors want more money when the NHS is failing is beyond me. And then let's look at the politicians. It takes 7 years to train a doctor from scratch. So our politicians are so incompetent, they can't train enough British people to be doctors. So therefore they send the NHS around the world, stealing people basically. Stealing medical staff from around the world, from the poorest countries who can afford it the least to lose their medical staff. And we drag him over here and make him work for the NHS. The NHS is the biggest slave organisation in the world because our politicians are too stupid to be able to run the NHS. Let's fill it with medical mercenaries who always want more money. That's why it's failing. We need to start recruiting British people for British jobs, and we need to start running the NHS better, and we need to stop relying on mercenaries, because mercenaries are never dedicated to the country. That's why we call them mercenaries. See you next time.